report, the Board of Stewards has determined Samuel A. Valeriano's conduct constitutes an immediate danger to the public health, safety, integrity, and welfare of horse racing. This ruling also does talk about the date the summary suspension hearing will be held, which is today, August 6th at 3 p.m., which we are all present for. So stewards, I'd like to enter this into exhibit just to show why we are here today in regards to this matter. Okay.
That'll be exhibit 1.
Okay, thank you. No, I heard you. I was just. So the New Mexico Racing Commission became in possession of the USDA report that was submitted through business records, something that occurs, usually begins an investigation for a lot of these matters that happen. Anyway, we're here in regards to this report, which is what began the investigative report, or excuse me, investigation in regards to Mr. Valeriano. This report does talk about informants and the USDA conducting their own investigation regarding infected horses, many of them owned by Samuel Valeriano. Multiple informants in this investigation provided information that Valeriano is a known and prolific user of illicit performing enhancing substances in horses. So they name a drug called Robinson's juice. Going back to the All-American back in 2024, where one of his trainers, Heath Taylor, came up positive for carmodorol, confirmed in the blood. These horses were owned by Mr. Sammy Valeriano. So stewards, I'm going to enter the carmodorol certificate of analysis along with the test card so you can confirm the horses along with the sample number of the confirmatory report that was provided by Industrial Labs, the official lab of the New Mexico Racing Commission.
You want to enter those now as exhibits? Okay,
Yes.
that'll be exhibit 2.
This is as part of the investigation also that was listed in the USDA report. It also goes back on the USDA report on page 5, beginning on page 5, listing of horses around California as well as New Mexico that were involved with Valeriano. Horses were euthanized because of the EIA positive report, and also possible administration of the Robinson's juice.
Exhibit 3 on those.
Also looking back at the report, going to page 9 on the report, the USDA report. Give me 1 second to get there. If you go under investigation of virus source, about mid-paragraph, it begins with right here, Valeriano is confirmed participant in unsanctioned races, which is bush track racing, is known to be primarily associated with Cuatro Tres Amigos in West Texas. This is where they believe the source may have began.
Objection, hearsay.
Again, stewards, I would like to advise that this is part of the investigative report that began the investigation. Yes, we have the report from USDA, but we do have some things that we're trying to prove here, that some of these matters are actually true on this end.
Okay.
No,
Your
no
objection
business
is
record exception was laid.
So noted, ma'am. Go
And I believe I
ahead.
did enter it as a business record.
That you entered it now.
I entered it when I started. I pulled up the USDA report saying that this was what began the investigative report as a business record.
Okay, well, I missed that one.
And I do apologize. I don't believe I've been sharing the screen, so I apologize for that right now.
Okay.
And just to further, I apologize for the interruption. This USDA report like the other documents the investigator Garcia will rely on. We normally receive these types of reports in our normal course of business at the commission. We either produce them or we receive them, and we rely on them in the normal course of the business activity, specifically Investigator Garcia regarding the USDA report, as well as the other documents that she will attempt to introduce later. Thank you. Sorry for the interruption.
I'm gonna list that as 4 because you did the summary suspension as 1, you did the test card as 2, and the EIA reports as 3. So I'm gonna do this one as exhibit 4. Okay?
And so back to where I was saying, and now that I have it on the screen, the investigation of virus source. It also states that Mr. Valeriano is confirmed participant in unsanctioned racing. Now, in unsanctioned racing, a lot of the times the participants will change the name of the horse, and some of these horses do run back as being allowed to work here at a commissioned racetrack. So proving that the horses haven't ran at both a bush track and here at a sanctioned race meet can be sometimes hard to prove, but is being looked into at this time.
Okay.
Also, let me stop sharing this really fast while I pull up other exhibits. Just give me 1 second, stewards, because I got to go through the exhibits really fast. Shoot. Oh, shoot. I got it. Hold on. I hit the wrong button. I apologize. Let him know why he doesn't. I do apologize. I hit the wrong button. I apologize for that. I hit the wrong button. Okay, sharing my screen again. This was given to the New Mexico Racing Commission as part of an investigation from a third party showing horses that were registered under Three Amigos horses, which all are tied to Mr. Valeriano, Al Dexter and El Tornado, and also multiple lists of horses that are possibly tied back to Mr. Valeriano. These are all bush track races, horses, and they have photo links and citations where you can go back and look directly at where they're at, the links that were provided to us.
And what is this titled?
You could put Cuatro Tres Amigos racing horse log.
Okay. And are you submitting it as?
I'm submitting this as evidence of these are horses that are trained under Mr. Valeriano.
That's gonna be exhibit 3.
But I'm still going through these. Even just basic Google searches shows that Mr. Valerio is a well-known prominent figure in American and match racing, quarter horse racing, with Cuatro Tres Amigos is his stable and a prominent match up under Sammy Valeriano, who operates this business in Odessa, Texas, where he is from. So this is very accessible to the public, showing that he is active in match racing, which I would like to enter an exhibit because it is something that you can find on public pages. Did you get that, Pinky?
Yeah, internet search, that's gonna be exhibit 6.
And I'm going to go back to this page. I know, I'm sorry, it's getting hot in here. Going back to this page, as you can see, Al Dexter is highlighted. And there are definite publications on around Facebook in regards to this specific horse. If you look under this page under Quadras Tres Amigos, you can find many match races going on regarding this specific report regarding that was listed in Mr. Valeriano's USDA report. As you can see, it was under Quadras Tres Amigos, which does have regular match races, which is definitely conduct detrimental to the horse racing. So not only has all these commodore positives that are pending under his belt, all of these horses from not just New Mexico, Texas, California, we have match racing in regards to Mr. Valeriano that he's associated with, that even is listed in the USDA report. Stewards, if you have any questions for me, just FYI, Mr. Valeriano is currently licensed with the New Mexico Racing Commission as an owner. All of his horses are listed under Raymond Valeriano right now. I believe they all are on the stewards. Valerio. And we currently are trying to get through these summer suspensions today. So I know Miss Valencia said that Mr. Valeriano is not available for questioning at this time. So right now, these are my exhibits that I have to enter in regards to conduct.
Okay, the picture with the horse that said something Dexter, was you putting that in as an exhibit?
Yes, because it is one of the listed horses that is listed on that chart that I submitted on the Excel spreadsheet.
Okay, so that's gonna be exhibit 7.
And like I said, if you go to any of these looking up Contra Tres Amigos, you can definitely find dates that are listed for match racing. Mr. Valeriano is associated with. This was another one that I found with that photograph. Hold on. Even stating Mr. Valeriano as the owner in regards to this, if you can see in the comments right there.
Right. Okay.
So this was what was posted with the picture.
All right. So that's exhibit 7.
And since I'm not able to question Mr. Valeriano, I believe that's all I have in regards to Mr. Valeriano in regards to this matter. But the state is requesting that he remain summarily suspended at this time because there's still an investigation going. We're still getting items and stuff provided from multiple sources that we're still investigating. And I believe that's all I have at this time.
All right.
Can you please, how does she unmute herself? No, she can't.
Okay, if there's nothing else, and Ms. Valencia is not calling any witnesses at this time, is that correct?
Yes, correct. I will not be calling any witnesses.
All right, well, that'll conclude this.
But I
evidentiary
would like to
portion of
add
this.
something to the record.
Sure,
Miss?
sure.
Yes, thank you so much. I'd just like to start by saying that Mr. Valeriano will not be testifying. I want to state the basis on the record so that there's no ambiguity. The USDA report in front of this board states that on its face, an investigative enforcement services investigation is ongoing. That is a federal criminal investigation. Mr. Valeriano invokes his privilege against self-incrimination under the Fifth Amendment to the United States Constitution. He does so under my advice. And this board's own rule, 15.2.1.9A6B, provides that the rules of privilege recognized by the state law apply in hearings before the stewards. He is entitled to invoke it, and he is doing so.
Okay. All right, it is time that we end the evidentiary portion of this hearing. Stewards will go into deliberation and recommendation, and we will get back with you as soon as possible.
Let me go off the record, Pinky. Okay, we'll go ahead and mute and I'll exit. If we can all come back on, Ms. Valencia, Mr. Valeriano. Just call it Eddie.
Am I back in? Yeah.
We're just waiting for Ms. Valencia.
Yes, hi, I'm here. Thank you so much. Ms. Smith, before anything, I'd like an opportunity to cross-examine the witness.
Oh.
Does she have that opportunity already?
Wow. Yeah, you should have had done that when I asked you.
I couldn't hear you. I didn't hear that part where you asked.
We're not on the record.
We're not on the record.
I'm sorry?
I said, we're not on the record. You said you weren't gonna have him testify at this time because he had taken the fifth and he didn't want to self-incriminate himself. That's why we went forward.
Well, I understand that I didn't want my client to testify, but I'd like the opportunity to cross-examine Ms. Garcia.
Okay, that we can do. Well, we'll go back on record and I'm sorry you didn't get that opportunity.
Oh, we're back on the record.
Okay, we're back on record at this time. Ms. Valencia appears that she would like to cross-examine Ms. Garcia, and we are going to allow that. Evidently, I didn't afford her that opportunity, and then we'll go back into deliberation. Go ahead, ma'am.
Yes, thank you so much. Ms. Garcia, did you write the USDA report?
I did not.
Did you participate in the investigation that it describes?
No.
Have you ever spoken to the person who signed it?
No, I'm not aware of the person who signed it.
And these statements in the report about Mr. Valeriano are attributed to informants, correct?
Correct.
The report does not name a single one of them, does it?
A single one. Can you clarify that?
A single one of the informants.
No, it does not.
And do you know who they are?
I do not.
Have you ever spoken to any of them?
No, I have not.
Can you tell the board if any of them is reliable?
I cannot say that at this time. It was directed from the USDA, so I would assume yes.
Okay. Can you tell this board whether any of them had a reason to say what they said?
No, I can't speak for them.
Okay.
Setting the USDA report aside.
Yes, setting the USDA report aside entirely, what evidence does the commission have that Mr. Valeriano administered or caused to be administered any prohibited substance into any horse?
Well, he's the owner, and all the Mr. Valeriano had horses across the country during that time.
Is there a single positive test on a horse owned by Mr. Valeriano?
Currently, or just are we talking about the Carmoterals?
Yes.
Currently, the disciplinary hearing has not occurred for the Carmoterals at this time, so no, he has nothing on his record.
Okay, thank you. And how many samples have been taken from his horses?
I do not have that number.
Okay, and do you know who took them?
Are we talking about this race meet or during his career here in New Mexico?
Um, yes, whatever information you can provide.
I don't have how many samples have been collected from the New Mexico Racing Commission on Mr. Valeriano's horses.
Okay, and you don't know who took them either.
The official veterinarian usually takes the collection of the samples.
Okay, and where are those records?
Well, I think we have them at the office, the test cards.
Okay, and the horses described in the U.S. report, were they trained by Mr. Heath Taylor?
Yes,
Okay, and Mr. Taylor is summarily suspended. I'm sorry, he was summarily suspended on February 12th of 2025.
I know he's summarily suspended. Specifics of the day, I don't know.
Okay,
I don't have that in front of me.
I understand. So do you know if he had a hearing on March 18th of 2025?
Unfortunately, that is not my case, so I do not know. I'm sure he had his summary suspension hearing, but as to anything else, no.
Just a quick, brief question for everyone. My screen says the recording has stopped. Are we currently recording?
Yes, my screen is still showing that we are, and I can show you proof right now.
Okay,
So if
thank
you
you.
look if you look in the top left corner, you'll see that red light that shows we're recording.
Yeah, yes, I see it now. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, yes, back to my questions. Did Mr. Taylor appear with counsel at that hearing?
Again, not my case, and I am unaware if he attended with counsel.
Okay. And the commission did present evidence at that hearing?
Again, not my case, and I have no idea what evidence was presented.
Okay. And so the commission produced two documents captioned Stewart's decision to summarily suspend. Neither contains a decision, does it?
Who are we talking about?
Regarding Mr. Valeriano.
Okay, can you repeat the question? I'm sorry, because
Yes. The commission produced two documents captioned Stewart's decision to summarily suspend. Neither contains a decision, does it?
the only decision that it says on it is that he's summarily suspended. There's no fine or anything else at this time.
Okay, so it doesn't contain minutes or findings or a record of a vote?
Not on that ruling, no.
Okay. Do you know what was in front of the Board of Stewards on July 30th of 2026?
I was not in the office, so I do not know exactly what was presented to them.
Okay. The ARCI ruling history produced to us bears the notation 8/4/26, 8:44 a.m. on every page, 5 days after the rulings. So it was not before the board on July 30th, was it?
I don't know where you're getting the 8/4 from.
The 8/4 is August 4th.
No, I know. I don't know where you're getting that. Is that on top of the ruling?
Yes. The ACRI ruling history given to
Oh,
us had
okay,
that
gotcha.
date and time stamp on it.
Okay, now I got you. That's usually when it's probably printed out.
Okay, I understand. And then one more question. Setting aside the report and setting aside what the unnamed people told the person who wrote it, do you have any personal knowledge of anything that Mr. Valeriano did?
Just what we've got in the report and what we're starting to really dig into at this time.
Okay. Thank you. I'd just like to make a closing, Ms. Smith?
And actually, I would like the opportunity to question Investigator Garcia about her testimony.
Go ahead,
Again, I would
Mr.
object to Mr. Bustamante making any statements.
I think he has a right to question the Ms. Garcia.
Investigator Garcia, do I understand correctly that that you were not the assigned investigator regarding carmodorol positives attributed to trainer M. Heath Taylor? Is that correct?
That's correct.
Okay. Uh, Given that, do you know, if you know, where did those carmodorol positives arise out of? Was it a New Mexico track?
Yes, actually multiple, I believe.
Okay, all right,
But my jurisdiction stands with the New Mexico Racing Commission.
okay. Regarding those carmodorol positives, was there more than one?
Yes,
Do you know the exact number or the approximate number?
not with what's the word, I guess confidence. I believe it's 11, but that I could have that mixed up with the other one.
Okay. And were all of those attributable to horses that were trained by M. Heath Taylor?
Yes,
And at the time of those carmodorol positives, was Mr. Taylor training for Mr. Valeriano?
yes.
All right. Thank you. And do you know, thank you, Investigator Garcia.
Thank you.
Okay. Does any of the stewards have any question in Ms. Garcia since it got opened up again?
I have not. I do not.
Okay. I did not
Ms.
ask.
Smith, I would like to make another statement and a closing, please.
We'll give you a chance. Let me see if anybody wanted to question Ms. Garcia again. And
Thank you.
evidently, I think not, so go ahead, ma'am.
Thank you. If the board is not prepared to dismiss this ruling today, I ask for something narrower and something that this board has already done once in this matter. On August 2nd, the board issued ruling 2026-RUI-104-CC, lifting a suspension limited to the entry and participation of 5 named horses. I ask the board to do the same for the 6 horses named in the first sentence of paragraph B on the district court's order. Limited to entry and participation, nothing else. The exclusion from the grounds can stand. The personal suspension can stand. I am only asking that these horses not lose their year while the board decides. The All-American Quarter Horse trials run tomorrow and Saturday. These are 2-year-olds. There is no next year for them. Whatever the board concludes about Mr. Valeriano, the horses did nothing. If the board rules against them in September, he can be suspended in September. The trials cannot be rerun in September. And in closing, the burden here is the commission's. Rule 15.2.1.9A6C and 15.2.19A6B says hearsay evidence alone is insufficient basis for a ruling. What is in front of this board is one document written by another agency dated March 2025, describing conduct in 2024 about horses that are dead and trained by a different man who has already had his hearing. Resting on informants nobody has named, sponsored by a witness who did not write it and did not investigate it. I asked the commission to identify one thing that is not in that document, and it has not. Against it, 28 horses, more than 50 starts, and not one positive test in the commission's own testing program. 22 months in which nobody thought this man was a danger. And the suspension entered 9 days after with a letter from the governor, office of the governor, that I asked 3 times and just received this morning. Mr. Valeriano wants a hearing. He has wanted one since July 30th. He is not asking the board to take his word for anything. He is asking the board to require the commission to prove its case with evidence, as its own rule requires. I ask the board to dismiss the ruling. If it will not, I ask it to lift the suspension as to the entry and participation of the 6 horses as it did on August 2nd, so that 2-year-olds do not lose a year that they cannot get back. Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Bustamante, did you want to have something to say?
You know, I would like to make a brief closing statement on behalf of the commission. Honorable stewards, first of all, thank you and thank everybody for your time here this afternoon. Stewards, as you well know, this is a summary suspension hearing. The sole issue is whether the summary suspension should continue. Summary suspension being standard being the licensee is an immediate danger to the health, safety, and welfare of the racing industry. You heard from Investigator Garcia about 3 specific matters. The first was basically the USDA, the information contained in the USDA report regarding carmodal positives, EIA, infections, and match racing. This is a administrative proceeding in which the rules of evidence don't strictly apply. The USDA report is a business record exception to the hearsay rule in the sense that we routinely receive reports like that and we rely on them in the normal course of business, specifically Investigator Garcia, for conducting investigations and perhaps leading to disciplinary action. Regarding the match racing, Investigator Garcia herself presented a documentary evidence that she herself located and presented. And then, of course, you had Investigator Garcia testifying that, in fact, the carmodal positives, which were attributed to M. Heath Taylor, did occur in New Mexico at a New Mexico track. There was multiple of them, as many as 11. And that was at the time that Mr. M. Heath Taylor was training for Mr. Samuel Valeriano. So based on all of the information presented here today, both direct testimony and admissible hearsay under the business record exception, we respectfully submit that the commission has in fact met its burden of proof by a preponderance of the evidence to show that Mr. Valeriano's summary suspension should continue. And thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Bustamante. All right, at this time, the stewards will go back into deliberation, consider the later testimony that's been given, and we'll get back with you as soon as possible.
No more questions. Okay, go ahead and come back on, everybody. Are we ready to go back on? We got the attorney
Do we
and,
have everybody here?
yes,
Okay, all right, you can start this.
hold on, give me 1 second.
Okay, at this time, the stewards have come to a decision in this case of Mr. Valeriano. The time is approximately 4:07 PM. And he will remain suspended pending the outcome of a disciplinary hearing, which will be scheduled, and he will be notified at the date and time. And that'll conclude this hearing today.
Thank you.
Thank you.